Okay, this is Andrew's Automotive Archaeology, and this is another tote from the Phillipson Ford lot. Again, I pulled it all at random off the pile, and I've already pulled the top off, and I'm just gonna start grabbing stuff here. It's another kind of a grab bag box. That is a bearing retainer, transmission retainer, 1960 BA. Yeah, those usually $15 to $20. It depends on what they are. This is some leaf spring parts, miscellaneous leaf spring parts, snap rings. Those will probably do in a lot. You know, it's interesting because a lot of this stuff, you know, you're thinking, you can open a tote like this and you're going to find a home run. You know, you're going to find that $1,000 or $2,000 part. And yeah, I mean, I find that stuff occasionally. I think the one that comes to mind is a couple of years ago, I had an entire front grille for a '49 Ford NOS. And I think it was $1,500 I got for that. Somebody in Finland bought it. But most of it, you know, is kind of the bread and butter is like the $20 to $50 range, because, you know, I figure on a big lot of parts like this, I'm thinking about, my experience is about 20% of it gets thrown away because it's just nothing you can sell, or it's broken, it's incomplete, it's not worth anything, you can't store it because you don't have the space, whatever. It's that sort of thing. And another, you know, maybe 10-15% of it is going to be really stuff that's hundreds of dollars, you know, $100 or more, a couple $100 and more. And then you're probably going to get another, I don't know, 30% of it or so that's going to be mostly stuff like this that's going to end up in a lot. And so that leaves about 30%, 35%, something like that, that's going to be this kind of middle of the road meat, bread and butter. That's actually where you make most of your money, I think, is that stuff, because it's stuff that's not too expensive and won't sit around for a while. But things like this, this is going to end up as a lot. I think I'll just put this whole thing up as a lot. It looks like it's a lot of suspension parts. But yeah, I mean, home runs are really, they don't see them that often. I'm going to put that with the locks and the keys. There's a accelerator pump. There's a couple of those in there. I'm not sure what that fits. Yeah. I put that up as a lot by itself. That looks like it'll fit in a medium flat rate. So yeah, I mean, the parts that you would think of as home runs are actually kind of few and far between. This one has a lot of chemicals in it. I'm not sure if these are leaking or not. I don't think so. Motorcraft Ford Type H ATF Transmission Fluid. This is the old style can with the spout that would punch into the can. Yeah, I got my first car when I was 17 in 1984 or 84, I think. It was the 1973 El Camino, and I remember these cans. That's how I would put oil and transmission fluid in the car, was the cans like this. It wasn't too long after that they went away in favor of the plastic bottles with the cap on them. Diesel fuel conditioner. I don't know if this stuff's any good. They're sealed. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know that I have anything that takes Ford Type H. I'll have to look and see if that's obsolete or not, and I'm not sure, you know, shipping that's going to possibly be difficult, problematic, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's too bad they're not empty, but yeah, we'll figure out what to do with them. We got a bunch of chemicals in here. This stuff, okay. Plasticoat, hot paint. These can just kind of go right in here. Well, that one's empty. Super lacquer, Plasticoat. Rust knot enamel. Rust-Oleum auto primer. Huh. Yeah, it still works. Opened. It says opened 8/15/98. So this has been open for 23 years. Now I've had issues with Rust-Oleum paints. Rust-Oleum paints. The propellant runs out, it leaks out or something, and so you basically have a dead can after a couple of years. But these seem to be good. I don't know. I'll probably end up just disposing of them out. They're probably not any good. I don't really have a use for them. They're not worth selling. Nobody's really interested. Let's see. What else we got back here? Oh, here we go. John Deere carburetor cleaner and engine conditioner. I've got 5 of these. That's that John Deere stuff, you know. These are in decent condition, they look like. That one's kind of dented. This one a little bit too, but these look like they're okay. Yeah, that's that John Deere stuff. That's gonna be a lot, I think. I'll look into it. I maybe could put them up as one lot or possibly individually. By the can. I don't know. Diacetone, alcohol, and aromatic petroleum distillates. Okay. Yeah, I'll look at that. You know, it may. I think that's mailable as long as you don't try to send it airmail. Let's see. Automotive leather and vinyl cleaner, and that's broken, so I'm just gonna throw that away. That is no good. Oh boy. Yeah, these things, they kind of leak over time, and so I sold a whole lot of stuff like this a while back, and I got quite a bit of money for it, so marking chalk. Yeah, this could just no idea what that is. I'm probably acquiring heritable genetic defects as we speak here. Let's see. Bose chemical seal tube repairs. Okay, that's it. Patches for tubes, tires. Duplicolor auto spray touch up. Yeah, this stuff is not going to be worth doing anything with, probably. Paints and so forth. Constant velocity joint grease. Chemicals, and more chemicals. Long life oil filter. It's an empty box. About 7 or 8 years ago, I had just started selling old Ford parts. I think it was 2013 when I started selling auto parts. And it was spring 2014, and I wanted to make something happen. I was selling about $4,000 a month of Ford parts, and I wanted to make something happen. So I bought out a warehouse in Jackson, which is about an hour and a half from here, that was full of late model oil filters, air filters, wiper blades, things of that sort, and it was a lot of stuff. It was a couple truckloads, and it turned out to be a poor move. It just was not the kind of stuff I was used to selling. It didn't really work out all that well, but I did find out that one lasting thing from that, takeaway from that, is whenever I see oil filters, I just usually toss them, because they're just not. There's so much competition on eBay to sell them, and it's like they're just, they sell, but the clientele is different. They're expecting something perfect, and it's just, it's just not really something I want to do. And here, like, this is an example. It's just salvage air filter. There's really no point in trying to sell that. Okay, now, so yeah, this stuff. I mean, I think what I'll do is I'll look it up, but my guess is going to be that it's just going to be tossed in the garbage, because it's kind of leaky, and there's really nothing in them, and I'm not sure anybody really collects it. They're not that old to begin with, so that stuff will probably end up in the garbage. I'll look it up. We'll see what comes out of it. But it's interesting. Burgess lenses for 10 cents. Burgess Battery Company. Burgess Unicell. Oh, there we go. There's one still in there. Oh, battery lenses, I guess, or flashlight lenses. Huh. That's an interesting display. It's not in very good condition. This is a starter switch. That does not look like a starter switch to me. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what that is. We'll see. That'll probably end up in a lot. Distributor head. Definitely not what these are. Double headlight relay with 2 fuses. Okay, so this is a headlight relay with 2 fuses. Okay, there's 2 of those in there. We'll be able to figure out. I'll be able to figure out what those are. That's just a box they put them in. But we'll be able to look those up probably. Man, this is kind of some interesting stuff in here. Oh, here are the lenses. This is interesting. Okay, all these lenses have kind of fallen down inside the box here. There's all different sizes. Okay, I think that's all of them. So I guess they kind of somehow. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do some research on that. That's interesting. It's just not. It's a shame it's in such bad condition, but I don't know. It might be worth taking a look at. Let's see what all this other stuff is we've got. Yeah, here we go. I'm not even going to look these up, because they're just not. They're just not worth it. Not even worth looking up. Yeah, that chemical's kind of leaked into the box here. Okay. There's another spark plug. Catmaster O2 tester. Big exhaust clean air specialist. Big A auto. Okay. Big A auto. That's gonna be worth looking up. That's interesting. That'll be like a vintage tester. Some of this stuff is people are interested in looking at. So we'll see. There's a spark plug. There's a different spark plug. There's a couple more spark plugs without boxes. Here's a box without a spark plug. Oh, this stuff's getting all over the place. Yeah. A5. Okay, that's not what those are. Oh, yeah, I'll put those up here in that box with all the other plugs I got. This I'll just throw away because I don't have the spark plug that goes in there. These are gonna, I'm not even gonna look these up. I'm just gonna throw them away because that's pretty much all they're good for. VR 205 voltage regulator used, it says, written on the box. Somebody has written used. Okay. Delco. So I don't know. I guess that's what that is. It's got a dent in it. Three-terminal type vibrating voltage regulator. Okay, so it's a model 1118, 203, 204, 227, or 228. My experience with voltage regulators is you get $15 to $100 a piece for them. It just depends on what they are. So this is definitely one that's worth looking up, even though it's used. I may have to test that and make sure that it's good. Nozzle pipe. Oh, there's another one of those in there. Different, slightly different style. Not a box. Nozzle pipe. I gotta put that with the lot. Put that with the lot. This is a ball camp motor mount. Motor mount? Might be a transmission mount. It says motor mount, but that looks more like a transmission mount to me. But what do I know? I'm just the guy that sells the parts. Let's see. Yeah, we'll look that up. $10 to $15 probably is my guess. Lens gasket, lens retaining ring. It's a KD 512. KD, yeah, here we go. It's a plastic cone lens with gaskets and retaining ring. Not as worth as much as the glass ones. The glass ones are probably 15 to 20 a piece, but it's a 2.5 inch beehive lens. We'll look that up. That'll draw some interest. This does not have, it's a fuel line or brake line, does not have a part number on it. I'm not going to worry about that. No idea. Okay, and we got one of these. 8N Ford Tractor 1950 to 1952 oil pump repair kit. Looks like it has been opened. Yes, it's been opened. So it feels like there's, yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this kit probably had more than that in it. So it's unfortunate because the Ford tractors are still fairly popular. Seal crankshaft rear main bearing cap. That's these. These are actually rope. They're rope seals. And they leaked. They leak. They basically leak. That's what they do. And so what Ford did as a sort of a stopgap measure or to keep it from leaking as much, the Y blocks and the flatheads have these. It's a circular piece of metal that has a key in the center, or it has like a little slot in the center, and it goes on the end of the crankshaft inside the crankcase. And what it does is it spins with the crankshaft, and when oil, it's right in front of the seal. And when oil starts moving to the seal, it slings it away. It's called an oil slinger. So it keeps the oil away from the seal. That's how it makes it not leak. If there's no oil on there, it's not going to leak. I always thought that was an interesting fix. These are, what is this? Oil pump repair kit. Okay, so this one has the bushing in it. I don't know how many bushings it would have had. Probably had more. This one has the 2 gears and a bushing. Still don't think it's complete. That may end up in a lot. This is a box for crankshaft gear, Woodruff keys for 1947 to 1951. That's these right here. Those are Woodruff keys. Here's some more of these rope seals. So I'll just put these back in. I don't know, you know, if anybody will buy these. It's one of those little items that, you know, you might sit on it for a while, or you'll find an engine builder or somebody that needs these in bulk and is more than happy to buy them from you. Take them off your hands. So this would probably be something that's worth putting up. I'll just put them all back in the box there. Just a couple. I'll leave those in there. This is bearing cap seal. Is that this? I think that's these. Bearing cap seal. I don't know for sure. Yeah, it looks like they fit in here. Yeah, it's not going to be anything that's going to be useful probably. These can go. Yeah, this will go up as a lot, more than likely. I get a lot of these trays, so we'll put together a lot of parts for that. Yeah, there we go. That's interesting. What's going on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these 6 are 6 straight 6. Straight 6 camshaft, I think. I'll look it up. It looks like it's used, so in all honesty, it's probably not even worth keeping. Let's see. Oh, so Special Service Tools Flash Kit. Oof, this smells musty. Man, this has been sitting somewhere for a while. It's got mildew and stuff on it. You know, those last two I looked up from the other video were not really worth anything. This one might be, might not be. It's like this 80s stuff. You know, there aren't really a lot of cars around anymore that would use this. This is 1996. So your main market for something like that is a hobbyist, perhaps, or a service garage. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. That was kind of interesting, but I don't know, there's not a lot of, I don't think there's a lot of sellable stuff in there, but there's some interesting stuff in there. You know, it's probably a $300-400 tote. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's the end of the video, and as usual, thanks for watching.